What's up, people?
Hey man, did you do a different countdown?
I don't think so.
The
I mean,
5, 4
there,
thing, like.
there's like two or three different versions that I have, but
I
that's
don't
the
know.
that's the one I've been using for a little while now. But
Cool.
welcome. I don't like the way we look on screen right now. I'm gonna
How
quickly
so?
change that.
Oh, you mean that way? All right, cool.
Yeah, real quick and dirty here. Cool. Welcome back. How you doing,
Hey,
man?
Doing good, good. It's busy. Everything's busy. To put out something on our story, I'm sure that it's a little bit different since we normally do Wednesdays. I'm not sure how our participation will be this week, but I mean, no matter what,
okay.
we're still doing it, and
Absolutely.
that's what we got to do.
Yep, make
So.
sure we get all that stuff. And plus, this week we want to do like an abbreviated one since the NBA Finals Game 1 is on. Actually, halftime is starting like right now, so it's kind of good timing.
It's good.
But yeah, so trying out some new stuff here. I don't know if you saw, I joined a couple of filmmakers group on the Facebook groups, and so I posted real quick on there that we're going live. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and get better with the Facebook group stuff and join. But then I don't know, hopefully you're not texting on your phone the whole time this stinking stream.
Trying to put something on Instagram, like an actual post instead of just a story.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna go through and like when I actually get on my computer instead of doing it on my phone, I'm gonna make like a bunch that we can just use on the fly if we need to.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
We
Have
see
it
if there's
preloaded
anybody
like
that. Yeah, I mean, just in case. I don't mind. Like, I like making funny, stupid ones that are completely irrelevant to what we do. Like, grabbing Sarah Jessica Parker at the Met Gala because it was like it happened that day, or grabbing like the stupid the Queen Elizabeth or whatever. I mean, like, I don't mind doing funny things like that every once in a while because we end up taking those off anyways.
Right.
I'm just trying to see if we.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit real quick, just doing some stuff in there. Film, apply, and post. So I posted on Reddit, posted on whatever that thing's called, Facebook groups, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, so is right now mine that there's like 1 or 2 people watching, so we could just get it started anyways. I mean, again,
oh man,
we normally do Wednesdays. We're gonna do an abbreviated one on Thursday, which is today. So there's no expectations. We just want to be consistent and coming out with weekly content with this. So.
yeah. Well, so one thing that we saw was Solo. So we can actually say that you saw something new this week. What do you think of it? And without spoilers, of course.
I liked it. I absolutely did not like any of the last 4 Star Wars. I actually haven't seen 2 of the last 4. I don't like it. It's too far out there. Solo to me kind of stood on its own. It kind of went back to the roots. It was a complete story. I felt like I know a lot of people that didn't necessarily like it, but I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. I think the casting was done really well, and it was like a normal. It wasn't like this weird story, or I felt like some of the other Star Wars were regurgitated stories. They're like, oh, it was an homage. It just was. It was a bigger. Death Star. Or it was like instead of him to me this was kind of you had some of the nostalgic stuff, but it really kind of set the tone for the characters that you know so well. It kind of like, wow, that's probably how they got to know each other. That's how these people became friends, and this is why this guy is. That's why Han Solo is the way that he is, and it's cool. I like. It
was like a proper origin story.
Yeah, I like the origin story. It was nice. It's not as busy as the new ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean this week's did, or what was I gonna say? That particular film did terrible in the box office when compared to Disney's other stuff. I mean, you talk about Infinity War and all the Last Jedi, all this stuff. They had an amazing record-breaking numbers. So when compared to those types of numbers, I think there was, I can't remember what they actually pulled in for the opening weekend, but it wasn't anything compared to that. But it was still fine. And I know a lot of people, when I went into work, I'm like, oh, did you see it? And they're like, no, I'm not sure how it's going to be. I'm not sure if I was going to like it. And a lot of people were waiting to see if other people thought that it was going to be good before they actually went. But so maybe they'll pull in numbers over time.
I mean, Infinity War had the hype of every single movie possible. I mean, if you liked I mean, they built up over time. It built up over Iron Man. I mean, they had all these different series that converged into this Avengers, which converged into others. I mean, it was just huge. It was huge.
Yeah,
So, I
absolutely.
mean, you're not gonna. I don't see how you could even begin to compare with them and compete with something like that. You know.
Nope. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What like the next big movie is this week or whatever. I suppose maybe checking.
Big summertime movie.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of summertime movies, I think of like Fast and Furious. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know why my mind just goes there, but it does. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really coming out. I think Adrift is coming out tomorrow, and that's with, I can't remember her name, Shailene Woodley, where she's like, her and her boyfriend like sail across the United States or whatever.
Yeah.
And like there's that big storm. I might see that, you know. I mean, if there's nothing else to do, take
There was a
Angel
big storm
and date
here
night.
yesterday. I'd rather go sailing. Oh no, you already have your date night set. Erwin is going to see the female rendition of Ocean's 11, which I think looks terrible. I'd like to start a GoFundMe to pay the producers whatever they have invested in it to not release that movie. I don't like it, but whatever.
All right, well, I guess we can get started here. You know, like I said, we're gonna make it short tonight. We only have a few videos. I did have an idea for something, but we might do that later on or a different day. So I got 3 kind of queued up. We'll start it easy here with an animation. It's only 1 minute long, and we'll go from there.
Cool, do it.
All right. That's it. It was a weird one, right?
That was weird.
It was exactly. That's what I thought. I was like, this is so odd. I'm gonna rearrange our window real quick. I'm like so off my game right now. Let's see. That was the climb. Put that right there.
The windows don't stay, or is this within a? I don't know how VMix works.
I usually have to reset it. Sometimes it stays. Sometimes but ultimately it just make sure that's on a loop. Play it back. And cut the audio. Yeah, like it'll stay sometimes. I reload the same session and I just redo like the clips, but something like this I usually have to manually do it. Like every time once I set it like this, every time we watch a new video, I just kind of sub the video in, so it's not bad. But yeah, I mean, it was okay.
So if you were gonna read into this video, who cares what they thought about it? What would you say this could mean if you're gonna psychoanalyze it?
Okay, so if I was gonna go into it, I mean, this dude is obviously on a tough climb all by himself, going top of the mountain, and then it's almost like no matter what you do, sometimes if you complete this big obstacle in life, you still are gonna walk away not liking who you are. Maybe.
See, I kind of like if you does it repeat or no?
Yeah, it does. I can just go back to the beginning.
Okay. Because if you look, like, the way I was thinking is too is like you're striving for something. He almost looks he's working hard. He doesn't necessarily look sad there, right? He's finally getting to the top of his goals. He's reaching for something hard. You know what I mean? It looks like he's struggling. He almost falls, almost messes up. This could be something like even within your life, but he still looks. He's determined. You can see his face. He finally gets that last bit of oomph that he needs to get to the top of the mountain. And when you get up there, you finally got it. Like kind of what you were saying. Like once you've done everything you've worked for, you expect the guy to be like, just as he's getting up there with like such, you know what I mean?
You're right.
Bong, and then you look at his face and he's smiling, and it's like, I hate my life. And it's just like sometimes you work so hard for something, and when you finally got it, you're like, man, I put all my eggs in this basket. I thought this was gonna.
What happens? Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So, I don't know. Maybe that's what they weren't going for.
Well, here we go. I have the description up right here, and just for the sake of making sure we give credit to where credit's due, I'm gonna throw that in the chat. Try and get in better practice with that as well. But it says the clinging to a frosty mountainside, a lone climber faces the elements while battling his inner demons. Will he survive? Will he reach the summit? Do you even care at all? A
I
film
like our
that
breakdown better.
yeah, a film that examines the burning question of our time. When life presents challenges, how will we respond? Interesting. I mean, it looked good for like a real quick animation. I wonder, this type of 1 minute animation, I wonder how long and how much work gets put into it. Just,
No, I mean, it's funny because, Erwin and I had the great opportunity to, work on the trailer for the short that we're doing and with Media Avenue. And just Saturday alone, we took 16 hours of our day.
Hey, Ralph. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just like you said, I'm looking at this, and you have to have such a respect. Some people are saying, man, 16 hours for maybe what will end up being a minute and 45 or a minute and 30 clip. That seems excessive, but to be honest with you, it wasn't 16 hours. It was so much more than 16 hours. It was 16 hours times 4 or 5 people on that one day alone.
Right.
There were people there Friday. There were test shoots. There were multiple test shoots. There was location scouting. There's a script writing, rewriting, going over shot lists, storyboarding. I mean,
hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Yeah. But yeah, for this one, like I said, I mean, I don't know how long it takes to make a film like this or an animation like this. It's probably a whole different story, but I know it's probably a long time. Yep. All right, so I wanted to, for the next video is actually going to be, this is a video that got put out like a month ago from Distant Tape Productions, which is Lexi's people. I actually should have sent her a message saying we were going to play this, but I forgot. So we'll probably just tell her for next time. But this is kind of like this is introducing they have a new film production crew that's working with them out of I think it's Tucson, Arizona, Tucson. I don't know how.
Tucson.
Okay, Tucson. I say Tucson. Tucson, Arizona.
Like
Tuscan.
Tucson. Good old Tuscan.
So anyway, so yeah, this is introducing them. They're like a little skit they put about their little crew that they have and introducing themselves, and hopefully we can see some more from them. But here's their introduction video.
Hey, have you guys seen the camera battery anywhere?
No, Corey had it.
Jess had it.
Okay, sorry, Jess, can you go back to the studio real quick and grab us another battery?
Fine.
We'll start setting up the lighting.
Stingers.
Can we finally shoot now?
Okay, could you grab a pair of headphones?
Are you absolutely sure this is the last thing we need?
Definitely. This is absolutely the last thing.
I really don't want to drive all the way across town just to drive all the way back for one more thing, so are you sure?
Yes, we're so ready to shoot after this, I promise.
I'll be right back.
So, what should we hide next?
Gaffer's tape, for sure. When did I become interested in doing film? Well, I'd say my authorship was forged in the fire and brimstone of a passionate childhood. As a boy, my bedroom was a set, and action figures my actors. But it wasn't until I discovered the world of Legos that my genius was really unleashed for the whole world, I mean, my parents, to see. Where my amazing ideas came from? I still couldn't tell you. Divine intervention? Genetic happenstance? Whatever it was, I concocted stories of heists, samurai movies, and even romance. And so my brilliant dabblings became immortalized on videotape cassette. Because let's face it, it's really the purest way to watch a film. Wouldn't you agree?
It took a while for me to get into film. I'd say that actually art was my first love. It seems to me that people can be tricky. They have walls and layers of walls and just all this stuff to get through. But really, art just breaks through barriers. It's all about expression and emotion and empowerment. That's probably why, as a child, I always drew pictures of my math teachers. Don't worry, I don't do that anymore.
Hey, Corey, what's that?
Nothing.
For me, film means that I'm done sitting on the sidelines. I always loved watching films. I had a cousin that introduced me to a ton of cool movies. We'd hang out for hours just watching films and having a good time. But as I got older, I realized I can do this too. If I've watched Gremlins 800 times, I could definitely make something like it.
I think one of the things that makes our team so great is our professionalism. We don't stand around having lame conversation about our personal lives.
Wow, Corey, this looks really great. You know, maybe we should add some...
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Okay.
So I met this guy last week, and he's really cute and he's really nice, but I'm not sure if he's nice because we haven't spent that much time together, and he hasn't texted me, but he has texted me, but he hasn't really texted me in like 17.5 minutes, and I just don't know what that means, and I just don't know what I should do, and if should I text him, should I wait to text him, what would you do, what would you do, what would you do?
That was a pretty good take. Let's take 5.
Awesome, because
No.
I gotta tell you what happened last night.
No!
You know how sometimes you can just tell when a team gels? When everybody's skills and personalities come together like a really good salad? That's us. We are a finely tuned salad. Come on, guys, put up that 1x3, tape down the cables, put up that clamp.
Striking!
Corey, say striking before you turn on the light, not after.
Why can't we just get along?
Then again, who really likes salad anyway?
And we're back. Take it away, Frank. Can't hear you. Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Yes, it is weird. Yeah, Ralph, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I mean, I can tell what they were trying to go for.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, now you're good.
It's really weird.
Yeah, so I mean, you can tell like they were going for the office feel, and I get that. And here's my, yeah, Frank's good now. His microphone's working again, but and hey Terry, but yeah, so I know they were going for the office feel, and that's all cool and everything. I feel like their videos are probably going to be really good because they're the ones making them in the future, but I'm assuming this is the production crew. Because the video, like you can tell they use a high quality camera, looks really good. All the microphones sounded really good. Like visually and audio, like that was actually on point. But, you know, I wasn't really in love with the characters, and it was kind of like, should have been 2 minutes shorter, and I would have got the same exact feel, especially for like an introduction to who they are. But I am looking forward to seeing what they actually can do with different stories, with different actors. What do you think?
I mean, like you said, I was thinking to myself, like, first of all, if in the beginning the sound is horrendous. The beginning, which I guess was supposed to be an intro, was very confusing and not necessarily like I get the fact they're all working together and they're hiding it. I didn't realize that was like an intro to the thing, because then it went from that to straight up 110% just like The Office.
Yeah.
The way it was written, the way it was shot, everything about it. So like I do think that, and you could tell that they're probably not actors. So what I do think is cool is like, I think if they keep at it and they can find their own voice, hopefully they tweak it a little bit away from so much like The Office, because that's such a very, very specific branding. And then like again, like the beginning, if you were to go to the first scene and listen, the audio, the white noise in each shot changes in the beginning. I think maybe, I don't know if they're using an overhead mic. Maybe they should mic each other and then get like room tone or something. But it was distracting to me. I think that there's potential because they look like they like what they're doing. They're working together.
I think they definitely tried.
I think it's good what they did. I think, like you said, I think if they can stick with it and maybe get some help with the writing too, I think that they could find
here's
their voice.
my take on what they're doing though is I feel like they're introducing themselves as a team, but they're not going to be the ones in the future doing the acting. It's like we're the crew and we're going to put together these films going forward, but this is who we are. And I can tell like almost every episode of The Office starts with like a prank. So, it's usually Jim pranking Dwight.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
that's like tried to do the
Exactly
same thing. So like
110%,
and then they show each but that's what they were going for. So assuming
Really?
that I think definitely.
No, I'm saying, but that's what you do. You go for an exact copy of something.
In their own way. I think they had like access to like an office and they just did it and went for it. I mean, I don't, and especially with that, even like with the Office does a lot of things where it's like they just sit there with like right here with like and the zoom too. Like I mean, just they're very much about that. But I again visually you can tell they're using high quality stuff. It felt like they were individually mic'd decently. I'm looking forward to what they can do later on with real actors because obviously they're not actors. They might still want to be in it.
They might still want to be in it, which is fine. I just think I would rather just see them maybe go away from using an exact cookie cutter
carbon copy. Yeah, I think that's what they were going. I'm not going to take away points from them from that because I think that's what they were trying to do on purpose.
But wait, but if this is going to be an ongoing show, if I didn't know if that's what they're doing.
No, I think this is just they said, hey, let's just do it like this.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do a web series.
No,
exactly like this. Every
I think
time.
this is just their introduction.
For what it is, that's fine. Yeah, if this was going to be like a straight up web series, it would.
No, I wouldn't watch it. It's like the low budget Office.
Yeah. Okay. No, then in that sense, I like it. If this was almost kind of like a spoof like that, then that's fine. Yeah, I like it. I thought that this was actually going to be, because even the way it ended, I thought it was open ended, as if they were going to keep making them. So
yeah, I guess we'll find out in the next one. But all right, well, we'll move on from this one. I think we gave it our review, and we're looking forward to seeing more from them. So this one is actually my last real pick, since today was going to be an abbreviated night. But I really like this film. It's a lot of reading, so just everyone pay attention and get your glasses out, whatever you need to do to make sure you're reading, because this is a lot of reading in this one. All right, let's take a look. It's about 4.5 minutes. Here we go.
Did you just get a boyfriend?
And we're back. Loop that. Audio here. What do you think, man? Still there? This dude's always messing with his settings on his stuff. Anyways, I can't hear Frank, but I really enjoyed this film. Terry says she doesn't understand. And Mitch is very upset because he's trying to watch on his iPhone and it's just not, because this is all text. So like this whole video was just nothing but text. So you had to just like read the entire thing. And personally, I'm just waiting. Hey, there he is. Stop messing with your stuff, man. Just take your headphones out next time or something. What do you think of it?
What do you think he used to make that?
After Effects, probably.
Here's the thing: it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never seen anybody make it like that. It reminded me of being in 1999 and being on AIM.
This was actually this, I'm pulling up the video here. It was in 2007. My sister was asked out on her first date. They were in middle school. All happened in Google Chat. These are the transcripts. So this is like true life, 2007. This was like it. I mean, I remember sitting for hours, and on my computer was all just like windows and windows of just different chats like this. And it was like, well, it was fantastic. Like, because for me, this brought up so much like flashbacks of, you know, talking to people and especially like the little things, like when she's like, sure, and then she goes back and like takes off the exclamation point in lowercase the s. It's like those types of little things make a huge difference when you're talking to someone.
No, I will say it definitely made me nostalgic. I think it was definitely though a one-hit wonder. You could never do this again.
All right, and so now I want you to. I'm gonna show I'll text you. We could watch this for next week. There's an episode of Modern Family. That's
what the lady.
That's
that
all like this. No. It's just one episode where they decided to do it like, it was very similar to this, where she forgot her phone. She was on like her way back, so she was on her computer, and the whole episode was like, it was still video because it was FaceTime, but it was also text, and it was also email, and it was her, like, just the entire thing was just on a computer going back and forth, very similar to this, but it was really cool. And that was like 22 minutes, and I didn't even notice it. It was just following through like that. But personally, I really like this. This was really cool. Maybe it's just because I grew up in the days where I was going through this, but
Yeah,
I really, but I really, this isn't even around anymore. Like it's just texting and group text, and
No, I mean,
it's not the
I don't-
same.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that probably like somebody who's like 14 would be like, "What is this stupid video doing?" It was interesting. It was like definitely a walk down memory lane to watch this again. But I think
Yeah.
that like I wouldn't watch it again. But I like
No,
it.
I mean it's not something you're gonna repeat. It's just a
Because
very
there's
cool
something, like
concept.
Smiling Man, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we watched that 500 times. You know what I mean? Or
It's
Polaroid.
it's a different type of feel, you know. I think
Yeah.
this is something when I stumbled upon it, I was like, this is really cool. I definitely want to show it on the stream. I really enjoyed it, but particularly, it would be that much better if you remember being that person at the computer
Absolutely.
11 years ago doing this, you know.
Mhm.
But anyways, that's all I got. I did want to do another thing, but that's going to take too much time, and we'll do it some time elsewhere. One of the ideas I had for tonight is I'm like, let's just do something quick. How about I do a video from my people taking like a short film from someone that made it on the T3i, the 80D, and like the C100 to show the quality differences and usually like the cinematic feel differences. And that was one of the things I really wanted to do this week. And boy, did that not work at all for what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you said a lot of it ended up being kind of cruddy, right?
Oh, they're terrible. Like if you search on YouTube or anything like, you know, T3i short film, you're just getting craziness and terrible quality stuff. So I like sat there for 2 hours just watching nothing but just garbage. And I'm like, you know what? People should see what we have to go through to find this stuff. So I took 5 videos, and I wasn't going to show them all. I was just going to say, you know what? Tell me when, like, at what point in time when you're just like, call it. Like, this video's done. And we'll just have our faces up at the bottom. I want to see your reactions to these terrible videos. And then we'll just stop it when you're like, I can't take it anymore. But and see how long it takes. But anyways, we'll do that for another time.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna have a normal showing too. It will be on our normal day and time.
Yep.
I'm gonna put some good effort into finding some good videos. If anybody does ever have an idea or have a video that they really like, the short that they've seen, you can send it to info@building8media.com, and we'll take a look and hopefully share what you have to offer.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
we do have some new stuff coming out. Hopefully this weekend we're gonna have Frank's finished bag video, some other clips. We have some. Hopefully we're gonna have a trailer coming out within the next couple of weeks of the short film we've been working on. Lots of things going on, but we'll get those out. We have been working hard behind the scenes to get some content.
Rowan will be back up here on the 8th. We're gonna make some more stuff.
2 weeks I'll be down there, and we'll be getting some more stuff filmed.
I agree with Mitch. He said sometimes investment in gear indicates an investment into the intent to make quality work, which I agree. I think right now, that's why I have gear, because I'm investing to make quality work. But,
you know what? I can't wait when I go down there. We're gonna make like this sweet setup for you finally, so I don't have to look at your fridge anymore. And we're gonna have it set up so nice, and then every week it's gonna be this fabulous stuff. Actually, I'm really happy with your microphone quality, and whatever you did was awesome. Everything, video quality is good. All that's good. We just gotta get more tweaks. We'll get it.
All right.
But anyway, so that's it, man. Anything else you want to say before we kick it off?
No, thanks for the people that did join in. I know that we kind of changed it last minute, and there's. It's a different day completely. I know that it is the beginning of the finals if you do watch basketball, but thanks for tuning in with us. I know it's a shorter day, but we have great things coming up. Like everyone said, we're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So, continue to subscribe, to continue to watch anything that you think we could do better or any suggestions. We're always open to that, and keep making films.
That's right. Until next time, people. Have a good week.
Later.
We'll see you next week.